Welcome to the Smoke Podcast. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Smoke Podcast.
You know what? I think I'm still drunk from last week.
It's possible.
Well, it wasn't because of nothing you drank last week. It was what you drank
yesterday.
Before I drunk before I got here, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though I was already here.
Yeah.
Do you drink on the job?
You damn right. I drink on the job, smoke on the job,
Wait a minute.
all that shit.
Kimberly, you have your own business. Do you
Indulge.
I can't. No,
You
I don't.
but you offer to your
yeah,
clients.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I offer it to my clients too.
Let me ask you something.
Shut up,
If you took out a strong whiskey and they made an ugly face right when you was in the middle of putting their makeup on, what would that?
Well, we don't drink whiskey.
Yeah, they don't do that.
First of all,
Oh, y'all drink that
we
wine.
can have no crinkles, crankles.
What do you offer your guests when
Mimosas, white wine, red wine.
Some real, yeah.
Some soft.
Some soft. Okay.
Because you can't leave a buck.
Can you? But if I came and get could I get what I want to drink?
Or for a pedicure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. That's different.
Okay, I need to book mine.
That's totally different. You can have whatever you want.
You know,
to
I
have
never
then.
had one.
A pedicure?
Yeah, I never had one.
We'll have a talk.
I know.
Why
had
you
one.
ain't never had a pedicure?
I had one. I went to one
What kind of-
when I got ready to get married. My wife took me to get a pedicure and a manicure. That's what we did. Like the day before we got married.
Let me take that back. I never had a manicure. I had a pedicure. I never had a manicure.
It's weird here. I don't understand.
Listen, I just got
We
my
don't
first.
want
I got
your
my first
callous-
massage. I got my first massage when I was in Jamaica earlier this year.
I do want to get my
It was
shit
off the
waxed up.
chains. It was off.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What?
Come over here closer to you.
What you talking about? You won't get waxed though. First of all, you can't be no punk and
Move
get
over
no
here next
wax.
to Kimberly.
You see those TikTok videos where the dudes getting their underarms waxed?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no. And then he's
Yeah,
like,
y'all some punks.
he's like, fuck that other side.
Oh my God! So you ready? You won't get waxed, but not a manicure.
Hey, and real men do not get massages. I don't care how good it feel by other men.
Yeah, by other men, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there's a lot of y'all like that.
Unless you are an athlete, a professional athlete,
And you got to get real.
and you got to get the. But don't. I don't want to
let's
hear
make
it,
sure I
baby.
got
Don't
this.
ever come to me and say, Ike, man, I had a good massage. This dude, I'll be like, you did what? No.
That's so weird. I tried to schedule a cover massage. He was like, make sure.
Matter of fact, we want two women.
Nah.
And both of them
I
hoes
want
better
no
look
woman
good.
rubbing on me either.
So when we did the massage
I don't
down
care.
we did the couples massage down in Jamaica. Angie had a guy and I had a woman. Yeah, and it was cool. I enjoyed it.
All right, here's a $1 million question. Was both of y'all naked?
No, I mean
No.
you had your shorts on, but I had my shirt off. And,
You took your shirt off. No,
When in Rome, do as the Romans. It was good. I
Let me
enjoyed it.
ask you this: like, hey, Ike and Kimberly, have y'all ever been to a nude beach?
I hadn't been to a new
I've been to
beach.
one in Florida one time. I went to Miami.
Well, I think in Miami it don't
I
matter.
walked upon it by accident.
Me too.
And
I had no idea. But
I
you
was
know
like-
what's funny about that? It's mostly foreigners who are
Yeah.
naked. They don't have the same
And,
energy.
and one time when I went to the DR, it wasn't a nude beach, but I looked around and everybody was damn near naked. I'm like,
it's a new beach now.
Shit, let me throw my shit off.
And that's when I found out I was fine. When I went to Miami, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was called Caliente all over down that beach. I said, this is where I need to live.
Boy, I swear. Once again, welcome to the Smoke Podcast, where we talk about everything but cigars.
Oh, it's coming. We got
It's
two
coming, it's
segments.
so
It's okay.
Fabian, what you been smoking?
Man, you know what? You left a bunch of those devil's weed.
You still smoking them?
Man, he left about 10 of them motherfuckers in there.
I had bought I think
know
I
what?
bought like 18 of them or whatever.
And for some reason, when we had them on the show, I really didn't.
Like them?
I mean, it was just okay. So I was like, let me try this shit again. And so I had that and got me some cognac, and I'm walking
some
around
cognac.
the block. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
And I think I got 3 more left in there.
The devil's
You've been
weed.
tearing
That's
them
what
up.
it's called. The devil's weed. This is a good cigar.
It's a real good cigar. Yeah, it's a real good cigar.
Okay. You've been getting in them.
Yeah, I've been getting away. I'm trying to get rid of them.
Oh, but you like them.
Yeah, I do like them. They're actually pretty good.
What about
They're
you,
pretty good.
Kimberly? You
I just
smoked
went back to
anything
my
different?
old favorite. I've been smoking the Goliath a lot lately.
You and this Goliath, man.
No, I'm stuck on it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that because every once in a while I got to pull out a Rude Boy.
I love my Rude Boy.
Yeah.
That's my go-to cigar. But I think last week I had me a Cohiba Black.
Oh,
I just like
you
those.
on the black. You know why you like it so much? His son bought it and he's like, yeah, you can get that black. Get that black.
Why you gotta say it like that though?
Because you get that black.
The black. Oh my God! Get the black Cohiba.
Black
Yes,
Cohiba
the black Cohiba.
in a glass bottle.
Hey, black is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's not why you smoking it though.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And,
It's a
then
good
it's
cigar.
a Raiders color and all that.
Black-
Oh,
Black and
that's
silver.
right,
Got the
that's
little
right.
silver. and
Yeah,
all
we.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Don't go there.
We don't wanna talk
We
about
already we talked about that shit last.
We ain't gonna
week.
talk about it no
Matter of
more.
fact, that's who we should have gave the smoke to. That sorry ass quarterback they got. But yeah,
Right.
that's another thing.
And Isaac.
Kimberly loves giving me the smoke. I don't understand
Isaac.
why, because I ain't did nothing to nobody.
I'm just messing with you.
But you know what? I will say this today. Today we got two beautiful women on the show. We
Who
got
the
Kimberly. Got Kimberly,
Oh,
and
she's beautiful.
you are beautiful, Kimberly.
No, I'm talking about Kiss.
Well, I'm
ready
talking.
to talk to
See,
her.
you know, and here's the thing. I changed your microphone up because everybody wants to see that pretty face of yours.
That's all right. I got y'all. Next week when I come
You
in
gonna
here,
bring your own shit. You gonna have that
I'ma
shit.
wear-
You gonna see how that shit be.
you already know what's finna happen.
You gonna have your hat on?
I'm gonna have my hat on.
Well, I figured you gonna do that shit anyway because I was gonna uplight you.
I don't care what you do. It's coming on. You can do whatever you want to do.
She
It's coming on.
sashayed in there and said, "Oh, something's wrong."
Something is wrong. It's out. And you know what? Y'all don't mess with y'all equipment.
Because we can see us pretty good.
No. If I got to have this whole situation, we all got to have it.
Oh, okay. It's like that.
Just like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, shit.
Yep. You said we was partners.
We are.
partners.
We are. You own
Hey.
a big percentage of the smoke.
I
Shut
forgot.
up.
I forgot to tell y'all, I'm out of town next week.
No one cares. Where you at?
Where you going
Where
this
you
time?
going now?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, that's
we
gonna be
really-
nice.
yeah,
I
you
like
gonna-
Charleston.
Yeah.
So my plan is to I'm getting there Sunday.
See, we didn't
but
ask your opinion, but
I'm
go ahead.
gonna
Go
tell
ahead.
y'all anyway.
Go ahead.
See?
You know nobody didn't ask you.
My
Go ahead.
plan is to Sunday. I'm gonna get there a day before the convention starts, and then I'm gonna just see the city. I want to go to one of the plantations. Apparently,
Why?
You gonna have your rated shit
Because I
on?
want to. Yeah, I'm gonna have my rated stuff on, but I,
I mean,
just
no,
wanna,
your rated shit on.
I'm gonna have my rated stuff on. I'm not gonna put that. I'm not using that word to describe the Raiders.
Oh, damn, I didn't turn it up. My fault.
Oh yeah, see that's God. That's God right there. He did not intend for you
To play cricket.
to play any crickets or anything while I was speaking. That's. Thank you, God. That's how He works.
Oh,
see?
now you won't thank the Lord.
I
Yeah,
think
you better watch it. You're going to get a Lord to smoke one
Oh
day.
Lord, you know He done gave the earth the smoke, so there
I
you
gave
have
it to
gave
Mother
Mother
Nature.
They on the earth.
She not real.
Damn, okay. You scoot over.
It's like y'all kind of
Just in
stuff
case you
finna go
want to
down.
test that.
She ain't confused. She can get him right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got Thanksgiving coming up.
Do we?
We do.
Oh, I'll be going out of town.
My folks coming down again in droves.
Really? You enjoy it, though, Fabian.
You know what? The last 2 years, I mean, because, our family been going through a lot. I lost my grandmother and then lost my mom.
Right.
And, Thanksgiving wasn't the same last year.
It
but
wasn't.
This year, they like, nah, we come down there, man. Shit.
We gonna do the
We
dang
bringing
old
our
thing.
own chitlins.
Chillin'? Oh,
You
okay.
cook that shit outside, but
Yeah. But you're a great host. The food is good at your house. I would come to your house, too.
If y'all ever get an opportunity to kick it with Fabian,
You gonna
first
eat
off,
good.
you're gonna eat good. That's just automatic.
You gonna eat great.
You gonna eat, yeah, that's right. That's right. Now I'm gonna pre-warn everybody. Don't let him fix your plate.
Don't let him do that.
what's wrong with that?
Don't let him do
Cause
that.
Fabian puts shit on your plate that you be like you
This
eat.
don't even go together.
Well, not that it don't go together. I'm vividly reminded of that time we was eating sushi and you guys told me
man.
to put that
Now,
green stuff
you
on
need to
there.
keep that in the archives.
Yeah,
you need to keep that in the archives. I'm
We always
pulling
bring that
from the
shit out.
brother last week.
I'm like Randy said one day. Why you always got to bring up old shit?
Okay,
Fabian, you
I'll
do
tell
like
you
to
what.
keep his
Y'all go
people
ahead. Y'all go ahead and eat behind him then. I'll tell you what. Just y'all go ahead, and then you gonna come to me be like, I wish I had listened to you.
Hey, let me
this
ask, when you
point-
came to my house,
Well,
did you not
first of
eat
all-
good?
Well, because I know you. See, I know you for 20+ years, so I know not to just take what you said at face value. You
Well,
gotta.
first of all, if you getting an invitation to Fabian's house at this point, you know how he is. So
Yeah, exactly.
don't let him fix your plate.
all I'm gonna do is put too much shit on it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Too much good
He
food
wants you
on
to
it.
try a little
I
bit
want
of
you to try everything. Because I made everything.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Kimberly, we're gonna make some more of that octopus.
I don't want that. I'm good on that. No.
I got a new
It's
recipe.
texture.
I got a new recipe.
It's a texture item. I don't care what recipe it is. It look like it's gonna suck onto my cheek. I'm good. I am so okay.
You might be all right with that. Go on down a little more. Octopus. Keep going down.
That's all right. I'm good.
Anyway, yeah, it's all jokes, people. It's all jokes, people.
Yeah,
we love to entertain, have a good time, and
Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
And don't send us no DM messages either about Isaac.
And like I say, we do have two beautiful women. Kimberly, she's always the beauty on the show. But
y'all go to our Instagram page.
Shut up.
yeah.
check out her pictures. Let me go ahead and take a picture right quick. Let me take a picture right quick. Look at
She got her
First of all, I hate
pink
this
on.
show.
Look at you, boy. You vibrant. You like a
I hate
summer
this
flower.
show. I just hate this show so much.
I think it's them pink. And look, Fabe, did you notice her watch is pink as well? The band on her
I did
watch
not
is
see
pink.
that. Now I see
look
it.
at her.
Look at her. Then you got the little pink highlights in your hair and all that shit.
Well, y'all don't even know what y'all talking about right now.
The drink is flowing, so. All right, y'all,
Let's move on.
We're going to take a break because I need to get my drink freshened up and all that.
Yes, we're going to shower our other guests with a bunch of niceties.
love, too.
Yeah, with
Yes,
love, too.
I'm so
with love,
glad.
too.
I love when we have females on the show.
I know. You
do.
better act like it this
And
time.
Kimberly,
I
she
do.
is almost as tall as you.
She is taller than me. I'm not tall.
There you go. Well, see,
Yeah.
Kimberly always.
But I
she
tell
like,
you what,
I am
she
ta-
done already started smoking a cigar. She's trying to do the inch challenge, and I think she's almost there.
Yeah.
Smoke family, we come back.
We're going to get a picture of it.
Yeah, we come back. We got specialty for you.
Royalty.
Royalty specialty. Yeah, something like that. We'll
Something
be
like
right
that.
back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Smoke
Oh,
Podcast.
Ugh.
Man, if y'all, well, we don't record during the breaks, but if y'all could have saw this break, woo!
Well, I tell you
What
what, boy.
happened?
Kimberly, she's going off on people and everything,
That is
talking
such a
bad,
lie.
talking bad to our guests, and not to our guests, our
Oh,
audience.
you talking about the studio audience? you talking about Randy?
Hey, your guest,
The
shit.
pimp.
Damn, pimp. God damn, boy, you got you looking like Cab Calloway, man.
Y'all don't
He
do
know I'm
Randy
just.
right.
He know I'm just messing. He know I'm just messing.
But anyway, I'm gonna let our guest introduce herself. Introduce yourself for us,
She
guest.
like I am. You introduce me.
I am
Who-
a guest.
Bree.
I got
Yes.
a proper entrance.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Bree.
Don't do her like that.
Okay.
All right, bring it to the mic.
Coming to the mic.
Well,
Just messing
had
with
too
you.
drinking a
much
bit too
to
late.
drink.
Get them together.
Come
Together,
on,
yeah.
do the sisters right now. When that other brother was here.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, we
Coming
got-
to the mic right now.
Yes.
Dressed in all black.
All black.
Raider colors.
Oh shit! you lost it there. Shit.
You know, I saw the Raider colors and I
But
was.
first of all, what
like
her silver?
immediately.
What, she does not have silver on.
She got the black on, though.
Yeah,
it's
she
a
ain't got no
stretch.
silver
That's it.
teeth.
It's
That's
a
all
stretch
right.
that you making her a Raider color. But come on.
You see what you see. I see what I see. I see Raider.
You see Raider. You
I
see
see
Raider
Raiders
lover.
colors.
You
That's
see
it.
Raider Nation over
yes,
there, don't
I
you?
do. When I see,
I ain't gonna lie. She looking good in the black. Bree, what's going on? How you doing?
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys for inviting me into your space.
Yes. We had to finally get you up in here. I mean, you.
Did somebody have to call your people?
so this is what I. Hold
no.
on.
Wait a minute,
Hold on,
Bree.
wait. This is how I understood it. She was invited to be on the show. She said
3
yes.
weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Then she said, I need to figure out what y'all are talking about.
And everything.
She's like, so what's the topic? We don't have no topics.
So she did
So
some
what's the-
research.
She did some
I
research.
said, just go. I said,
So
just
by
go
the
and look
by
at.
the mere fact that she's here,
She
meant
must
that
like
when
what she say.
she saw it,
Like
and
what
she
she
like,
saw.
okay, I think I can rock with that.
Enjoy what I seen.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
absolutely did, but
Yeah.
I did have to do some research just
Yeah.
to make sure
Nothing wrong with that.
This is safe
that
zone.
the platform aligns.
Right.
That's all.
With her
That's it.
brand. She's like, I just gotta make sure it aligns with my brand.
That makes sense.
And then she was so real formal about the shit. Well, I need to make sure my assistant puts it on my calendar. Because if she don't put it on the calendar,
It won't be there.
won't be there.
Hey, I
I'm like,
understand.
damn.
I understand.
Oh, Bree, you
Yeah.
pulled out the assistant on them.
Kimberly,
They weren't ready.
I'm sorry.
They weren't ready.
I had
They
keep
used
it
to call
real.
people at 10 o'clock at night.
Listen, now I heard how Fabian gets down. He will call you the day before and say,
If he
hey,
know
I need you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, that's power, though.
I agree. Everybody
Friendships?
can't do that.
Everybody can't do that.
Everybody
But you know
cannot
what?
do
You
that.
know what? I when I met her, she was real cool.
Okay, now tell
she
us.
She was here supporting her sister's podcast.
Asia.
Misunderstood.
Yep, the misunderstood.
And,
okay,
and she
okay.
was in there. I say, you smoke cigars? She's like, yeah, I love to. And blah, blah, blah. And,
gave him
I
the
gave her a
vote.
cigar,
Okay.
and we vibed and everything. And it's cool. I said, you want to be on the show? Oh, I would love to.
Yeah.
Well, she got to research it first.
She got then I called her. I said, so Bri, you come to the show? I hadn't had a chance to research. But once I research it, I'm there.
I'm here.
And
here
then
for
like
that.
she's supposed to be here last week. And then I said, Bri, you coming? Oh, I didn't give my assistant the information, so
my
it wasn't
God.
on my calendar.
Fabian did not remind me. He did not do
And that is true.
follow-up.
That's
true.
And
That's
so
true.
that's why I had to
I'm the only one to do follow-ups.
see.
And, and that is so true.
Yeah.
right?
That is so true.
Be
Because
thorough and detailed.
hey,
right?
we old school. When we tell you, when you say you're gonna be there,
That's
gonna be
it.
there. That's it.
Be there.
That's it.
Yeah.
No.
But
in
nowadays,
2022,
you gotta
Send
remind
a
motherfuckers.
little follow-up
You
reminder.
have to make sure it's on their calendar.
Yeah, I ain't no motherfuckers that busy.
These folks booked and busy.
So Bri,
Baby, you know about that. You booked and busy.
He is.
Yeah, but
He
we
is.
we do the show here at the studio, so I'm always here anyway. So
Yeah,
shit.
but somebody called you right now. It's like, can you come tomorrow?
He
I'll
won't
be
remember.
yes.
I doubt it.
It depends on what kind of money they talking about. I'm like, yeah, I'm
I
gonna
can
call.
believe that.
Thank you. I'm be like, yes.
Okay.
we'll
I
make,
have
we'll
dropped
make a
some
hole.
shit.
We will make a hole for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Guaranteed.
tell you one thing that happened to me one time. I got a call from a lady at Nike. It's not Nike here. It was Nike in Beaverton. And she's like, Fabian, I am so sorry to even ask you about this.
I get them
because-"
calls too.
No. I was like, okay, yeah, what's up? We need a 2-minute video. It's only gonna take a little bit of your time. We only have $10,000.
I'm there.
I was like,
I love that.
well, since it's y'all. I'm sitting there like, yeah.
Listen, I love that for you.
I love
like,
it.
yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
I hate
at
when they
all.
start. I'm so sorry to contact you at the last minute.
At the last minute, and we need this by
Yeah, but
Friday.
if they got the money, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll
you
make a hole
drive,
for
you
you.
drive, you drive. You call everybody and say, "Hey, man, some shit came up. I got to go out of town. Can we reschedule a little bit?"
Right. That's how
Yeah.
it's supposed to work.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
But that's when you like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, you don't let them know
I
it.
like you call me anytime with them kind of problems.
Right.
Exactly.
You
I
call me,
agree.
say you want me to show up. At one point, I've been going to what's this hotel down here? I think I've had a client every weekend at the High Eccentric, and I think they think I'm doing something else.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I believe if I didn't
There's
have
some
my
shit going
cart,
on.
right? I was like, lady, I got a whole cart. I'm here to work.
Anyway, Bri, tell us about you.
Yeah, so I am an interior designer and event producer here in Memphis.
I saw your work.
Thank you.
That shit
It's
tight.
beautiful.
It almost looks like you can't afford it. That shit is tight.
Yeah, it
Thank
looks
you
good.
so
It looks really
much.
good.
Yeah, and so I have been in business for almost 2 years.
Okay.
So about 19 months.
Okay.
And it's just been an amazing experience. I transitioned from the school system,
Okay.
working at the Board of Education, and I launched my company on faith and just being very passionate about what I do. And God has really just continued to order my steps and just provide me with amazing opportunities ever since taking that leap of faith. So.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this
He
because
probably been waiting on you.
Yeah, he was waiting on it. He was waiting on her
He
to
was
make her
waiting
mind
on
up.
you.
No,
Yeah.
he was waiting on it because
Absolutely.
I'll be honest with you. Not everybody is in a position to go out on their own because it's one of those things you really got to believe in yourself.
Oh,
You do.
absolutely.
And you have to listen to people bullshit
Yep.
on a constant basis.
This is true.
Yeah.
Because
How many times have you had to tell people no, or they couldn't afford you?
Oh, so many times. Now, I don't say it like that.
Yeah, you don't say it like that.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
more so of just making sure the opportunity aligns with my brand.
Right.
Like she
gonna
told
start
us.
using it.
Like she told us.
Like she told-
I gotta make
I
sure
gotta
my
make sure. I
brand
gotta make
fits
sure.
what y'all doing.
And
Make
that's
sure
very
you-
true though, because you know every
is in Memphis,
opportunity
y'all.
that comes my way is not necessarily
For
for
you.
Yes and Co.
Right,
Right?
right.
So we've set a standard, right? And I want to make sure that I'm not going below that standard that I've set for my
Absolutely.
brand. And because we set that standard, and I've been very firm on that, right? Even when it's been tough to do that,
Right.
I believe that has definitely contributed to the opportunities that have come my way
The
since
success.
then. Yeah,
I agree
absolutely.
with that 100%.
Because they say now this is why I disagree. I ain't gonna say I disagree, but I understand the principles. 'Cause all money ain't good money.
Right.
All money is good money to me.
No,
No,
sometimes,
no, but-
because sometimes people challenge you, and if you don't have a standard, and they go below, like even what she's saying is, if you don't have something set that you know is the formula's working for you, they'll try to rework your formula.
Yeah.
For
Oh
you.
yeah, they definitely gonna try to do
Nah,
that.
we not doing
I
that.
know when the recession hit in 2008, I was accepting any and all because that's you have to figure out formulas to stay in business.
Yeah,
Right.
Because at the
absolutely.
end of the day, you can say you want to do this. I want to give back on that. You can't do shit if you ain't got no money.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I
true.
agree.
If your doors are not open, you can't help the next person.
I
That's true.
absolutely
And
agree.
it's all
I
about
agree.
managing people's expectations.
Oh,
all day long.
That's the biggest thing.
And my whole thing is like, yeah, you only got a little money, but I give you a little work
Yeah.
to take your money.
And honestly, to each his own, right? You know, it's everybody's prerogative to make that kind of decision. I know for me specifically, aesthetic is everything around my brand, right?
Yeah, your brand is different. Your brand is
Exactly,
different. Your brand is
exactly. And so I have to be very, very careful of the kind of aesthetic that's put out around BS and
Right.
Co.
Yeah.
And so I don't want a project that I know that is not meant for me, is not at the standard that I produce, and someone's attaching my name to this, right?
Absolutely.
Because when people see that, you know, those kinds of clients continue
Oh,
to
don't
come.
hire Bri, cause
Right.
she gonna bring Pookie and them out to set it up.
Exactly. That's not the brand that we have here.
And she's right. When your brand is something that people are coming to, especially in this city.
Especially since it's Instagram, social media
Yeah.
driven a lot.
Absolutely.
Now.
People are walking in. Oh, look at this shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta expose people whether they
Oh,
can afford it or
absolutely.
not.
That's-
you know,
that's
sometimes you
something that
gotta.
I
yeah.
strive
Now,
to do
have
with
you
my
ever
platform.
have you ever had a client that you worked with and you say, I am not putting this shit on anything that I do?
You know, I've been blessed not to have that kind of client because of the standard that I've set
Right.
and not wavering from that standard. Now, what I will say is I did learn very early on, right? So it didn't automatically click for me that was the strategy that I had to adhere to, right?
Right.
And so just trial and error, I learned very quickly. And so I was able to really learn very quickly what aesthetic and what look works for me and what kind of clientele that I want to have, right?
Right.
So after having one or two of those experiences, I was able to really go in and restructure things and say, hey, this is my minimum. This is the type of budget that I can produce with. Anything below this does not meet the criteria for the aesthetic that I want to put out
That
there,
makes
right?
sense.
Or
I
the
like
client that I want
like
to
that.
attract. Yeah.
I like that.
No,
Yeah.
that's I mean that is somebody that has did their research on what they're doing.
Yeah.
And is very passionate about what they're doing.
Yeah.
And not saying and please don't get me wrong. I'm passionate about everything that I do.
I can
Yeah.
see that, Fabian.
I am very passionate about everything. Anybody that ever done anything with me know how I am because I am
how
a
you
stickler.
operate.
Yes, I'm a stickler for certain things, and that's why people hire me.
Yeah,
Right.
same.
You know, because they know for one thing, I will stay up in this bitch until 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 in the morning to get your shit ready.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've done it before.
Right.
At the Civil Rights Museum. So I know. Shoot.
Yeah.
Hey man, what you doing? Finishing
I
this
know.
shit.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, because we gotta get paid. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause-
I never let people define, tell me. I was like, no, this is my standard. I'm not, if you can't do A, B, C, D, we
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and and you get to a point, and I know you know this, where you have to just say, okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing negative.
Oh,
It is what it
absolutely
is.
not.
I've had
Absolutely
people come
not.
to me, want me to do all these special I'm not interested. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks. And
Yeah.
it's nothing against a person. People take things too personal. Sometimes you just know it's not going to work.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
you and that person.
Yeah.
And,
I had
and you
this-
just have to know that.
Yeah.
I had this one incident where this guy called me. He came by my office. We were over in Mendenhall, and he said, "Hey man, I'm an actor, and I've been in all these movies." And he had like a This is back when VHS was in.
Oh yeah.
Not VHS.
He had a whole stack of VHS tapes. Yeah, I need to get all my stuff in one little reel. I said, okay. How much you gonna charge me? I said, well, I normally charge this, but for you, I charge this. The dude looked at me and said, how you gonna charge me the same as white people?
Ooh.
I said, because I got the same damn bills as white people. Damn, man.
What? Okay, never mind.
He said, you know what his parting ways?
That's a whole nother form.
You know his parting ways to me was. This is what I get for trying to work with brothers.
But you go.
And then he went on to the white folks and did.
That's so dumb. That's so
And paid
dumb
more.
to me. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm serious, man. We have been conditioned in our lifetime that white people's ice is colder than our ice. Their eye on the stove is hotter than ours.
I don't know why we believe that because they got. Okay, never mind. Woo.
There's so many ways we go down that.
And I think that's why I go out of my way to deliver.
Excellence.
Excellence.
Yeah.
Again, that's how I got this gig in Charleston, South Carolina, because I did a good job when they was in Memphis. And the girl, she sent me an email. She said, "Hey, would you be willing to come to Charleston to shoot our event?"
Hell yeah.
I'm like, "Y'all gonna fly me up there and put me up?" She's like, "Yep." I'm like, "I'm there."
I'm there.
Hey, shit. I mean, sometimes
they didn't argue about the price. They didn't. They was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I'm
Didn't
like,
argue.
yeah.
That's the kind of stuff.
So
I think
I need
that's
them.
experience
I need them lawyers to go ahead and book me to come up to Minneapolis next year when y'all had y'all event, because I know I did a good job. I ain't worried about that. But I'm just waiting on that. A matter of fact, I'm gonna email them and say, "Hey, y'all need somebody to come up there."
I'm just following up. I'm just
following up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, that's still but you know what, I will say this. As hard as it is to be in business, the best move that I ever made, and I'm sure you would say the same thing.
Absolutely.
I'm sure y'all would say the same thing. We are not gonna fire ourselves.
Yeah.
Nope.
We don't have to share our money. We make this amount of money, it goes to our coffers. It
That's
don't go
true.
to somebody else,
That's
and then
true.
they break us off 5% or some shit
Right,
like
that's
that
true.
for doing all the work, and all they did was hire me.
Right.
So yeah, I am an advocate for entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I am that guy that if you call me with anything, I will do my best to help you.
That's
Yeah.
true. That is
I have
awesome.
heard that about you, Faith.
Yeah,
That is true.
and that's
It's
what
true.
it's about. That's what about. And but at the same time, you can't help nobody if you're not in business.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You can't. That's
you
true.
can't. You
That's
can't.
true.
I mean, Spotlight Productions is nothing if it don't exist.
Yeah.
you know?
Right. That's true.
You can't help. You can't help the community. You can't help the neighborhood that you're in. You can't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
So if y'all got some money, call us.
Some money in a story.
Yeah. If we can't work with you, we got some folks underneath us that we can push y'all to.
And that don't mean they're not talented because they are.
Yeah, no. Because you know what? I get all the time when I'm people call me and I'm booked and they like, well, can you recommend anybody else? And I'll straight up tell them. I said, listen, I know what you want. I know the quality that you expect. And I don't know who. I said, I'm not going to recommend because people will break your heart and they'll half do it and then you'll be mad at me.
Now, here's the funny thing. I call me, hey, man, some such can call you. Don't answer the phone.
Yeah, because when I told the story last week about this guy that was running for mayor, running for governor in the state of Tennessee, and he had no money.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to even waste your time and said, well, why don't you call Fabian?
Yeah.
Now the lady that sent him to me knew he didn't have no money, and I guess I don't know what she thought I was going to do
It
for
wasn't
him.
PR, was it? Yep.
No, it wasn't. I'll tell you who it was after the fact because I don't want to bust anybody out. But again, it's not. And listen, if he came to me maybe at a different approach rather than having this, he had this grandiose idea. He had this. He like, man, I want to shoot it on a green screen.
So if he had said, "This is what I have. What can you do for me?"
This is what I told him. I said, bruh, you could get you a podium set up somewhere, and I could shoot you. And then we could do it. I was trying to give him options because I knew he didn't have no money.
I was trying to help him out.
Trying to help him out. He was like,
"You threw him a lifeline."
Yeah,
he was
like,
pick it
nah.
up.
He said, I just got this vision. He said I went to sleep,
But you ain't got no
and
money.
I had this vision, and I'm like, well, I said, yeah, call me back.
And see, that goes back to the point of some clients just not aligning with the brand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's no hard feelings,
None.
but
But
you have to
I
protect
will.
that.
I will say this.
I
Early
do it all
on,
the time.
Yeah.
early on, and when we first opened up Spotlight Productions, early on, we did a lot of what I call planting seeds.
Absolutely.
And you do
You gotta plant
that.
seeds.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah,
plant seeds.
yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes that shit might not. It might take 5
Oh,
years. for that
absolutely.
shit
Can I
to
say
grow.
this? Can I say
agree.
this?
Yeah.
When you plant an apple tree, you don't expect to eat apples the next day.
Exactly.
No,
That's just not the way it works.
It is
Yeah.
a few
Point.
things that I learned about business. One, do not try to make all your money on one client.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
no,
Can't
no,
do
no.
that.
Let me-
I
And I
agree.
used to do so much referrals, because I'm just a natural nail tech. But people that I know that do the services that you're looking for, I would just send them to those people. In appreciation, they would send me money,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, you ain't have to do that. No, this is what it is. I want to, if I can't do it, I'm surely gonna pass this on to you. I don't believe in gatekeeping or none
So
of that.
Kimberly is a natural nail girl.
Right.
So
Guru.
I didn't know what
Not
the hell that
guru.
meant. I'm gonna be honest.
Not guru.
So what did I do? I bought my wife a package with Kimberly.
She sure
Now my
did.
wife,
Hey,
she went what 3 times? The
I think
third
so.
time she was like, I like my fake nails. She said this natural nail. She said this is not
And it's
me.
not for everybody.
Yeah, and that, and that was
Not
it.
for
And Kimberly was like, this is what I do. Kimberly didn't waver from what the services that she offered. She said, this is not what I do.
That's
She
a
said,
great
I only
point.
do natural nails.
Yeah.
So
And I have no problem
Yeah.
referring
That's a
people
great
out.
point.
Yeah.
Sticking to your
Sticking to
niche.
what you
Yeah.
do.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go
Absolutely.
outside. I would never do that to
But
a
it
person.
explains why your nails are so beautiful.
Oh,
They
thank
look
you.
great.
Look at you.
They don't go with what you got on. I mean, if I had to guess,
Hey, what you
I-
say? She ain't coordinated.
Yeah, she ain't
She ain't do like
coordinated.
Randy.
Yeah.
She ain't like
trying to
Randy.
do all that. I'm not trying to
That
do all
shows
that.
how much they know.
That's right.
You don't have to
You
coordinate
gotta
from
match
head to
all the
toe.
time.
Okay. Anyways, let's talk about this drink that we drinking and this cigar that we smoking.
Here's the thing. When Bri, how do you say your real name?
It's Briannica.
Briannica. And I just said Bri.
I'm
'cause
gonna call
I'm
you
like,
Briannica. I don't.
What do you go by, Briannica or Bri?
So I go by Bri.
Okay.
Oh, right,
Okay,
Bri.
I'm
I'm
good.
sorry.
I'm
No,
good.
you're
then. I'm good.
fine.
All right. So what? Damn, I forgot.
We were talking about the cigar and the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
she said she was looking at the humidor, she's like, "Do you have anything with some flavor?" I was like, "Yes, we got something with some flavor."
But why you gotta say it like that? Because that's not how she's speaking.
I know.
Oh, don't do her like that.
Listen, I'm not worried at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
she know how I am.
No,
She know.
okay. Don't do
But
her
I
like
will
that.
say though, this is a really, really great choice that he chose for me. The Tubak. It's really smooth. It's sweet. I really like it.
That's
I really
what I'm
like. I asked him when I looked, and I'm like, "Do you have any acids? Do you have any leather
Ah,
rolls?"
that's what I'm talking about.
She
there.
had a couple. She had a couple. I said, "No, we ain't got none of that."
Yeah, but I think I heard y'all kind of come for acids on one of the podcasts. Did I hear that? I think.
No, we like acid.
We actually never had it on the show.
Okay,
No.
We
and
never
I
had it
think
on the
you
show.
told
I told
me
you that
that.
we never had it
Yeah,
on the
No,
show.
but
we didn't talk
acids
about
are,
that.
are really good.
We're gonna do acids.
We
gotta do
probably
some
talked
acids.
about. I'm not doing. But we probably talked about the Groovy Blues or something.
So
like
y'all did talk about Groovy Blues. It was the podcast with Bertram, right? And then I actually think he said it, and then you
Kind of
said,
dogged him out.
yeah, he didn't really dog him out, but he kind of put him on the level with the Groovy Blues.
What's
And I'm
what,
like,
Kimberly?
the acids.
And I
Kimberly.
felt some type of way. I'm like, listen, now the acids are a couple of steps above the Groovy Blues. Let me just
What's
make
my
sure
guy
I
that
see
owns the
that.
cigar shop over in Cordova? The Stogies. That Negro love him some Groovy
Acid.
Blues.
No, he like acids.
No, he was
he's
the
Groovy
Groovy
Blues.
Blues.
Oh,
He was a
really?
Groovy Blues.
Because
guy.
remember
That is
when I
so
went to
interesting.
went to pick him up.
Okay.
Because he's not a big cigar smoker. He owns a cigar lounge, but
That
he's
is
not a
really
big cigar.
interesting.
He's not a big cigar smoker. So
My fault. I thought he was smoking acids that day.
So let's see what my friends from Google have to say about this Tubak. It says
That
half
used to be-
cigar,
that was my starter stick.
half cigar, half coffee, all amazing.
Really good.
It says Drew Estate cannot be touched when it comes to top caliber infused cigars with deliciously unique aromas. With the Tubak, they've taken the coffee infused cigar to a bold new heights that thrill the taste buds. Jonathan Drew has carefully influenced the stale-grown long fiber tobaccos with the robust nuances of Nicaragua's finest coffee beans.
Oh, I'm so
It
proud
says
of you.
the result
Come on,
is
Nicaragua.
the result is a rich
Leave alone.
tobacco core layered with savory espresso notes and a touch of milk chocolate, all perfectly balanced in a sweet cigar.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get that man. Get that man.
That was good.
Get that man.
That was good.
I don't know what it is.
He don't know which one. Get that man. His hand.
There we go, baby. There we go.
Nah, that was good. Like,
That was a
good.
lot. That was a lot.
That was a good. It's a good cigar.
It is.
It is a good cigar.
It is.
It's a very good cigar.
It's a steady cigar.
Yeah. I think this is one that I would add.
Yeah, that's one that you can always pull up and boom, it's never gonna let you down.
I don't think so. I love the Tubak.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when it comes to flavored cigars, some are just too much flavor.
Yeah, I agree.
The ones that smell like the aroma.
Yeah, if you can smell that shit through the wrapper,
It's sitting up the room.
Yeah.
You can use it as incense.
Incense. That's what it is. Yeah, that's exactly. I think of that. Like, wait.
So Kimberly, what are we drinking? I'm loving
the
this.
bottle. You loving it?
I really am. Matter of fact, while you talking, I'm pouring.
Okay, we are drinking the Smoke Wagon small batch bourbon. Let's see what they have to say.
Where is it made at?
In Nevada, in the United
Wait a
States
minute.
of America.
Las Vegas.
Can you get a little bit more granular? What city is it made in?
It didn't say city.
It did.
It got it on the bottle. It got on the bottle.
What
Las
is that?
Vegas.
Las
Oh,
Vegas,
Las Vegas.
Nevada.
Yeah, you know, cause it's
Home
the
of the Raiders, baby. Home of the Raiders. Come on, y'all know I'm coming there. Y'all know
I
I'm
had
going
no
there.
idea that's where you were going with that.
I
Come on,
turned the
what
shit
them
down.
hand clapping that, man? Give me some
It's
hand
right
clap.
there.
Another
There we
one?
go. For the Raiders, baby.
You need a lot of praise today, don't
Everything
you?
is going to circle back to the Raiders.
There you go.
Everything.
Everything.
Oh, you
Back to
already
the
caught
Raiders.
that. You already caught that.
We're glad you
Do
know that.
you like taking pictures? I think you would look good in this Raiders cap. This black and I got another one probably in the car, black and silver. I tried to get Kimberly.
I ain't never. But
Anyway, tell us about the drink.
let's see. It's a high rye content straight bourbon whiskey that is aged in the heart of a century-old brick warehouse. To ensure consistent flavor, barrels are hand selected to create a perfect blend that is smooth and at the same time bold and intense. So the notes, what are you tasting, you guys? You should be tasting
Caramel.
spice, the caramel,
Definitely.
As soon as
you put it to your lips.
Yeah.
you taste caramel.
Taste caramel.
vanilla. It should be very rich.
It is rich.
Okay.
And smoky.
And smoke. So you do. And they
taste
say
smoke.
the best recipe for this particular bourbon is an old fashioned.
Yeah, I can see
Dang
that.
it. We missed
Dang, why
the
you
note.
ain't make me an old
Missed the
fashioned?
note. Because we've
done had
had
so many of them.
so here's the deal.
So?
We've had old fashions on the show, but I think that our audience wants to know the essence of the liquors. Like Randy, Randy didn't like this one.
He didn't.
He liked the other whiskey that we had,
The Scotch,
the
yeah,
Scotch,
the Scotch
the
whiskey.
last time on the last show. He liked this, but he tried this and he was like,
Got
it
a bite.
tastes good when I sipped it, but then it had a bite on
Yeah,
the
it
back
does have a
end.
bite to it.
So again, that's what we're conveying to you guys is that it's a good one. I would buy it with no problem.
Yeah.
I definitely would buy it with an old fashioned.
You know, so to Fabian's point and to your point, Kimberly, I made some old fashions with the Harlem Standard whiskey.
Oh, why
now
would you do
Harlem
that?
Standard is kind of an expensive whiskey.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck that up.
No, but it was actually
I'm sure
really
it should
good.
be good. It should be
Yeah,
good.
it was really good. I mean, it was everybody.
But the
and then I
unfortunate
smoked it when we got through, so it was good.
The unfortunate part is just like putting high dollar champagne in mimosa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Why do that?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't put the.
But
worst
we went
shit.
to this little cigar lounge in Nashville. I asked him, I said, do y'all have Harlem Standard?
He's like, what is that?
He said, huh?
No,
So I'm
but-
shooting him the
but-
picture.
so-
like, add this to your inventory.
Yeah,
you will
when
not be disappointed.
So Smoke Family, when you guys are out and you go someplace and you just want a good whiskey, you know, if they offer, you know, just ask them what they have. If they got like Woodford or they got like maybe an Elijah Craig or Four Roses or you know something like that, you know, try it. Just try it. You know, especially if you're gonna get a mixed drink. Now, if I'm gonna go someplace and I want a neat, which basically is just whiskey on straight with no ice or anything like that, I'll probably get a
not too expensive.
no. I'm
you
got
you
Oh,
gonna drink
you're
it.
drinking
You
it straight. I
You
missed
want
that
it. You
part.
want the best
I
shit
missed
you
that
can
part.
get.
Okay.
I probably would get the Woodford. I went to
That's
places
a
and they didn't
good
have anything that I thought was good. But they had Woodford. I'm like, yeah, I'll just take some Woodford straight,
Yeah.
because Woodford is usually
It's a
a good
consistent-
sipper. You know, you can sip it and enjoy it. And the thing about your cigar, Bri, like you get that cigar, you sit outside or wherever you go to a lounge, you could smoke that pretty much all night.
Yeah.
Just like that. It's a slow burn. It's a
it's
good
not
cigar. Yeah, you don't have to be in a rush. And then really, when you get through, when you get to the end, you're done. You may be like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Because you've sat for what, an hour?
Yeah, you sat for about an hour and a half.
And you enjoyed the smoke, and that's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about enjoying the smoke, enjoying just like what you come on here. We want you to have a good time. We want you to laugh.
We want you to relax.
I mean, we kind of create an atmosphere as if you were in the cigar bar and you're just having a good time. You get to talk about what you do, whatever you want to do, or you can say nothing.
Yeah, so when Fabian told me you were going to be on the show, he said, check out her Instagram. So when I stopped and picked up some libations, I got some whiskey and I got some wine. So I said, Bri, what would you like? She says, I want to get out of my comfort zone. She said, I usually go for wine. She said, but I'm gonna roll with y'all today. I'm gonna drink some of this whiskey.
Absolutely.
Now, if your glass is still sitting at the same point when we're done, I'm gonna believe that you didn't really like it. But
that's not true. That's not true.
Listen, I've really learned a lot though, just this quick on the show. Yeah, about whiskey, because I'm not a whiskey drinker at all. I stick to my wine, and I'll do really light, cute drinks, a French 75.
That's my favorite.
Drop.
That's my wife's favorite. There,
I love a French 75.
Exactly.
Okay,
so
tell me what that is.
So a French 75 is it's gin, it's lime juice, it's like a simple syrup or something like that, and
Prosecco.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow. I just saw a recipe for tequila 75.
Yeah, so everybody's adding tequila to everything now, even to the lemon drops.
Right.
I like to keep mine traditional.
You can do tequila old fashions. I mean,
yeah, you can do anything, but I thought that recipe was interesting.
Yeah.
It was basically the same thing. They just switched it into tequila for
Yeah. You can most of the times you can switch any of the principal liquors with that, and put it in a drink and make a tequila Manhattan or whatever. I mean, you can do that.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back. Instead of giving the smoke to somebody, let's give somebody their flowers.
I want to get somebody to smoke, bro.
You want to get somebody their flowers?
I got somebody.
I always want to get somebody to smoke.
You want to get somebody to smoke?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we give somebody to
No,
smoke.
I said Ike does.
Yeah, I like
I
getting
actually
smoke.
like the idea of the flowers, but we
can do both. Can we do both?
We can do
I
both.
do like
This
that.
our show.
It is
let's
our
do
show.
both.
We can do it. Thank you, Kim.
Let's do
whatever we want to do.
We can do whatever we want. All right.
Absolutely.
Because I know who we want to get to smoke.
Smoke
No,
fam,
we know
we'll
who
be
you
right
want to
back.
get a smoke to.
We gonna get to Mother Nature again?
No.
All right. The earth,
No.
rain too much, not enough, and all that shit.
It is raining a lot. I do need the rain to stop. But, I got no control over that.
Anyway, we'll be right back, Smoke fam.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Man, we went down the damn rabbit hole.
We did. Hey,
Great conversation.
bring us back. She's like, no, we got to capture this shit. This shit right here.
Because we don't have these. I think that's another thing. We need to stop being so afraid to have these conversations.
Yeah.
And I always say what's so funny to me about, you remember when the whole issue with Reverend Wright and Obama, when they went after Reverend Wright so hard, it wasn't so much the message. They just didn't even know that we were talking like that.
Yeah.
That's what pissed them off. The fact that, there was a place that
And
you
Obama
could still
was
go.
associated with that guy.
Right.
Oh,
So
I
it
can't
wasn't
believe.
it wasn't
Wow.
they just didn't even know that we spoke that way, or that information is what was being disseminated from the pulpit.
So let's give people a point of clarity about what we're talking about.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kimberly. Tell everybody who's talking. We're talking about.
We were talking about who we're going to get a smoke to. We were talking about
who we're going to get a smoke to and a flower to.
We wanted to do, this time, as opposed to just giving somebody to smoke, we also wanted to lift somebody up. So we wanted to do the smoke, and we wanted to give somebody their flowers.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me go ahead and get the smoke out the way, because that's what I'm known for. I want to give
Consistent.
I want to give Elon Musk the smoke. For a couple reasons. First off,
bitch.
I understand you paid a lot of money, and it's your company. You can do whatever you want to, but now you gonna just open up the floodgates for the N word? Come on, bruh.
Right.
I mean, come on. I will never be driving
anybody that pale
Tesla at all.
Well, he in trouble. So at the end of the day,
and then he's still weighing the option of bringing Trump back, and then he's wanting to now start charging you. I was on Twitter the other day, and this ad just kept popping up, and I finally just blocked it. I'm like, okay, I blocked that one, and something else came back. But
I'm gonna be honest, Smoke World. I go to Twitter to look at porn.
Porn is on Twitter.
The best porn is on Twitter.
Hey.
No,
And I'm not really a Twitter girl at all.
I'm not a
Yeah,
Twitter.
you might
But
be out of the day.
I heard it gets wild on
It
Twitter.
does.
Yeah,
It gets
does.
wild.
It does.
And I'm joking about the porn.
I only go to Twitter when I'm
people
mad.
people can pretty much say whatever they want to say, but you can't like attack people, and that's what got Trump banned. That's what
But
got Kanye.
with him owning it now that he's owns it, you can do those
well,
things. Apparently.
again, which I understand.
Have you ever
because
seen
when
somebody so pale though?
It's something wrong. There's something wrong with him.
He's son.
Yeah.
And
Well, no, he has very porous skin, so he probably can't.
That's a pale dude.
Yeah, he probably can't be in the sun like that.
I mean, he got all them kids
but they got
because
the
of
stuff
his
you
money.
can rub on your face so your skin can look one. You don't have to look like that Elon Musk is all I'm saying.
Certainly not with all that money.
There is
Exactly.
help.
A lot of options for him.
Right. Well, he's in a bit of trouble too.
But
for his
anyway,
car.
we done gave him enough. Elon, you get to smoke with all
They come-
all four of our foots in your ass.
right.
All right, who we giving the flowers to?
So okay, so we talked about we were talking about Kanye in general,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then we talked about the Kanye came out with a t-shirt. Well, he didn't come out. Kanye
came out
wore
with the shirt.
No, Kanye wore a t-shirt
That he
with
had
the
made.
words "White Lives Matter" on it.
Right.
Okay, so everybody was like, "Man, you need to put them out. Put them out."
Not everybody, white people.
Well, some people, because
Some
we had
people.
a
No,
couple.
Candace, she black.
Yeah, Candace
God, well,
Owens.
God's
she-
other children, plus
Yeah.
some they
Candace
adopt.
Owens is
yeah, Candace Owens. Yeah, anyway.
Some they adopt.
Yeah,
It's always one. It's
So
always
anyway,
one.
the reason why, and this is here's
We
a
don't
drop of
claim
knowledge.
her.
The reason why Kanye could not come out with a White Lives Matter shirt is that two black men own the trademark
Yeah.
for White Lives Matter. So real quick, it was trademarked by two black men they own a radio show in Arizona called the Civic Cipher, which focuses on racial justice, and they own the trademark. And while they admit they don't have the money to go after, if Kanye decided to mass produce them, all they could do is send them a cease and desist letter.
But I think somebody will get them the money.
Oh yeah, because I think
he can go
you
to
think
GoFundMe
lawyers,
on that
yeah,
one.
you think lawyers would come out the woodworks to sue Kanye.
Yeah,
and give
even
some of
Corey
that
B.
money.
Trotz.
Dang, not Corey B. Trump. Such a Memphis reference.
So in an interview that the radio host did with Rolling Stones Radio, they explained that somebody acquired the trademark in 2020, and they purchased it so that it would not fall into God's other people's hands.
Right.
That's what they did. It said.
So why we can't say just the white people?
Well, we can, but I
We say
like
God's
that one.
other children.
You
Yeah.
like that? That's
I
cute.
love God's
I
other.
like
You got
that.
And then I
got
like
that from Howard
what they
Robinson.
said.
Shout
They
out.
said if we were to
Nice,
ever
nasty.
sell the trademark for whatever amount of money, they said that we would donate the money to the causes that we feel would benefit black people, like the NAACP or Black Lives Matters organizations. It said, and I guess one of the guys' name is Jai. He said, realistically, we can't stop the shirts from being made right now. We can write cease and desist letters to people selling the shirts, but that is a big monster that requires teams of lawyers. So they hoping that folks, I guess they hoping that people will do the right thing and respect that they own the trademark, which any businessman, before you go out, I know me and Fabian, we work with one of our friends, David Boyd, Debo, and it was originally he was Debo's Wings. Then when somebody sent him a letter and said, "Hey, we Debo's Wings up here,"
Debo's Wings and Things.
Debo's Wings and
Yeah.
Things. So he changed his name 2 or 3 times because people kept coming out the woodwork saying, "Hey, that's mine.
We already got this.
We already
name.
got that." I mean, he had logos and all his stuff. And
Yeah.
if you, to Fabian's point, Debo's Wings and Things. And I think he had to change it to something else. I think it's not Wings and Things.
I think he sold it all together now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, but you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, we are very creative and
powerful
people.
Absolutely.
Creative.
We can think on our feet unlike anybody
Yeah,
else.
we drive the culture.
We drive
100.
We
100.
drive
Say
the
it one more
culture.
time,
Let's say
Bree.
that. We drive the culture.
We drive the culture. They want to be like us,
So bad.
and we want to be the money like they have. But at the end of the day, we work our ass off. We do our thing. We own our own shit.
Triple
you're,
time.
You're looking at 4 entrepreneurs here, and I, for one, cannot be more proud to be sitting at a table with 4 people, like-minded people that are willing to roll their sleeves up and say,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm gonna go out on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on my own.
absolutely.
You
Betting
can't
on yourself.
control my family's future or my future.
Yeah.
And I think that's wonderful. I think that's wonderful,
Absolutely.
and more of us need to start doing that because
I think it's
honestly,
a lot of people doing it.
that's
right?
where the true power lies is that we can set our own choices,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about. We're not back in those days where if we open up a shop, you know, somebody get mad because we taking business from them. No, you up your game, and then when you up your game, I'm gonna up mine even more,
Right.
because that's what we do.
We used to always tell folks the only way you gonna catch us is if we stand still.
Yeah.
But we ain't
That's it.
stopping.
We
That's
ain't-
it.
we ain't
And
stopping.
think about all those the Oklahoma, the Black Wall Street. Think about all those incidences. What was the driving factor? The fact that the people were making their own money in their
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did not have to go-
perfect example is Orange Mound, Tennessee.
Oh my God.
You know,
My family's from Orange Mound.
yeah, those people had their own,
Yeah.
Right.
and there was one time that integration failed us.
Yeah.
I say integration failed.
Yeah,
Period.
because it split us up. It made neighborhoods fight each other and all
Right.
that shit.
Hey, let me give these guys names. The first that owns the trademark for the White Lives Matter is Ramez Ja and Quentin Ward, black actors.
Big
from,
shout out to those brothers. Hey, you know
Shout out
what?
to you
Way
guys.
to play the long game. What you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were playing chess, not checkers.
Yes,
Right.
it is 100% about the long game. When you start a business, when you go into business for yourself, you start out planting seeds.
Right.
Nobody
I agree.
that I know of that's
Right.
doing real business
Right.
came out
Banging
boom.
like
Yeah.
that.
Like,
And what do we
you
say?
have-
You don't plant an apple tree on Monday and get apples on Tuesday.
I
You
agree.
don't. That
It's
shit
not
might
work
take
that way.
5, 6
Thinking
years.
about the long game, I was thinking about Stacey Abrams. She ran for governor. She lost. Oh, you didn't have you. She created a whole nother voting block by going out, doing the work, doing this leg work, and now look where she is.
And
right
in
back in.
that process, they tried to hire her to do
Yes.
some other shit, and she's like, no.
No,
Yeah.
I know what I want
I
to
know
do.
what I got
know
a
what
plan.
Georgia deserves,
Exactly.
and I'm going to stay, even if it's just whatever her organization was at that time. Was I can't remember the name of the
Yeah.
voting thing that she started, but that's basically why
And
Georgia is booming
and to show
now.
you and to show you how they played the game against her is then they came out with a law that if you're standing in line for hours, I can't. If I got water, I can't even give you a water.
Wow.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
I can't even give you some water.
But what
and
we
say,
do,
"Here you go."
we bought our cooler.
There you go. We bring,
Hey,
and guess
hey,
what?
you know what?
And we
I'ma tell you this.
we sat
Let
on
me
the coolers
say-
while we were sitting.
And
you gotta
I got to give it out to my cousin Hollywood. No matter where he go,
I just
he got a
talked to
cooler.
Hollywood.
He got a cooler in his chair, so he always ready.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
Always
That's
ready.
what's up.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
be prepared.
You got to be prepared, and that's the one thing about our culture. You change some shit. Oh, you gonna add a chapter
We're
to the
innovative
book?
people now.
Hey, hold up. It's
Oh, we gonna figure it out.
It's gonna take me one time.
But here's the thing: I think that sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit.
And that's what we discussed. I
Right.
think we don't recognize our power.
Right.
Yeah.
We just don't. I
Yeah.
mean, we are the most creative, intelligent people, and we just don't recognize that
Right.
sometimes.
But
Yeah.
you know, we're learning, and you know, and you know, we go come down on the millennials and everything. But I gotta tell you, they changed the game.
Oh yeah.
They did.
Millennials got everybody staying at home now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't us.
I'm at home because
It
y'all.
wasn't us. It wasn't us. They say, hey, we shouldn't have to do this job and show up every
right.
fucking day.
Right.
It's like hey,
Them 4-day work weeks. What I just read, Chick-fil-A trying to introduce a 3-day work week. I'm like, what? Well, here's the thing that's so funny. Just here, but in other countries, you automatically get 3 weeks of vacation off the bat. You don't have to work for it.
them
Because
motherfuckers drink for
doing
lunch.
Oh, they absolutely
Right.
do.
They go home and
Wait a
take
minute.
siestas.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely.
Don't you drink for lunch too?
Damn right.
Right, because
He
he's
worked-
his own boss,
my own
right?
boss.
That's
That's
the
it.
thing.
I got one boss.
Right. So in other countries, that's not how it's seen.
Yeah.
They see the mental as the value first.
Oh, absolutely.
Not the work.
But let's keep this in perspective, people. At the end of the day, you still got to do your job.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
No.
That is
But
the
key. People think that I'm working for
I'm
myself.
working from home.
I know you can't do that all of your damn
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the longevity is.
Yes.
That's the long
Actually
game.
doing the work, right?
And I tell everybody, people ask me all the time, Fabian, how did you stay in business? Because you've seen different changes in technology, you've
Yeah.
seen different changes in the economy and all that stuff. I said, for one thing, I don't try to make all my money off of one
Yeah.
client.
That's a great
I
point.
plant seeds. And one of the biggest things that I tell everybody, do not fall in love with your bank. Fall in love with your banker. Because they will change just like car dealership.
Yeah.
You go to your bank, hey, where's such and such? Oh, he's at another
Wait a minute,
bank.
say it again. You said don't fall in love
Don't
with your
fall in love with the bank, fall in love with your banker.
Okay.
A banker typically is going to retire a banker. So if you got a relationship with your banker,
Relationship.
100.
and
Shout out
that's
to Doug.
and shout out to my rest in peace, Doug Vanover. You know, Doug Vanover, he's one of God's other children, but man, me and him were really good friends. He taught me so much about business, even though he was scared as hell to do his own business. Most bankers are, but he taught me how to play the game, and he taught me, Fabian, I got you.
Wait a minute, you didn't say it right, man. Fabian.
I'm telling you, man, goddamn, you got to, hey, show up. I'm going to introduce you to the boss. I done met so many CEOs
blessing.
and presidents
Yeah.
of banks because of him.
Wow.
Yeah, Doug was the truth. So one time I was refinancing my house, I had tried to hook up with these brothers, and they was gonna hook us up. I was at the table getting ready to sign the papers, and I was just like, I can't sign this. I said, this is not what you told me I was gonna get. So then Fabian introduced me to Doug. I hooked up with Doug. We went, me and my wife, we went and we signed the papers. They handed me a check when we got through. I'm like, wait, what is this? He said, well, this is your escrow. You know, we just got you some money out of that. I walked out there with, a $3,000 check. I was smiling from ear to ear because if I had went to Pookie and them, they was going to make me pay more. and I probably wasn't going to walk out with no check. And I go to Doug's bank, and Doug, not only did I walk out of there feeling like I had got a good deal, I got a damn check at the end. So, bam.
I can beat that. So when I first bought my first condo, Doug's like, Fabian, I'm going to hook you up, man. And now Doug was super country now, from Kentucky and all that shit. And so he called this guy, and he said, hey, I'm going to send you over a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. He helped me out at a really hard time in my life, and, I'm just indebted to him. I was like, okay. And so I sent dude that's back when fax. I faxed him all my information.
Facts.
And he told me, he said, show up on December 20th. I remember the day, and it's the reason why I remember the day. And I showed up on December 20th. I'm like, God dang, this is how they do it. So I'm going through all the paperwork. He handed it to me. He was all confident. Yeah, he handed it to me. I read everything, and I stopped. He said, is there something wrong? I said, yeah, everything is good, except I'm not a white male. He had me down as a white male. He assumed I was white. And so I'm sitting there, I was like, damn, this how y'all do it? This is why it's so easy? Dude turned beet red. But the deal was already done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this is the way they do it.
Yeah.
They go 100% on recommendations.
Yeah. They look out.
That happened to
for
me,
each
and
other.
it was with a black banker.
Yeah.
I was like,
almost the
wow.
exact same thing.
Well, luckily, knock on wood, me and Fabian, we've had good luck with banks and bankers. When we started Spotlight, they told us, write your business plan, take it to the bank. So we did all that. We took it to the bank. I had a good friend that was the vice president of South
Peggy
Bank.
Bloomberg.
Peggy Bloomberg. Yeah, shout out to Peggy. So we did the she read the business plan. She was like, man, this looks good. She says, I tell you what, I'm going to take it down to the loan department, and I'm going to see what they can do. So of course we got rejected. So Peggy, she called me. She says, Isaac, she says they didn't approve y'all's loan. She said, but I tell you what I'm gonna do. She says, I believe in you. I believe in you guys, and I believe in your plan. She says, I'm gonna write y'all a check. She took out her checkbook, wrote us a check for $100,000.
Oh, wow.
No lie. She wrote us a check for $100,000, set up the terms and so on. It was me, Fabian's, and Creighton's like mode operandus was to pay her back.
Quickly
we paid
as
her
possible.
back as quick. We paid her back what? 2 years?
Here. Let me finish this story. So we paid it back in a year and a half. We got it all the way down to $30,000. And I called Peggy. I said, Peggy, and this is when I met Doug. Doug's like, Fabian, go to your bank and get a damn line of credit. Now, I didn't know what the fuck a line of credit was. I ain't gonna be honest, because most black entrepreneurs are first generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't know a lot of that. And so I called Peggy. I said, Peggy, I want to get a line of credit. She said, are you trying to pay my loan back? I said, yeah. You don't have to do that. I said, well, Peggy, I can go from paying $4,000 a month to paying $400. So yes, we do need to do it. And she said, and she told me this. I'll never forget this. She said, okay, call such and such. Now he's going to turn you down. But when he turn you down, call and tell me what he says. So I called him, did all the stuff I was supposed to do, turned us down, like she said. I said, Peggy, damn, you was right. How did you know? You turned me down. She's like, really? What did he tell you? I said, he didn't tell me nothing. He just said, loan rejected. Really? She got pissed. She marched in there while they were having a meeting. She said, I can't believe you turned those guys down.
Because she said, because I was already doing work for him. She says, you know Ike. You know him. He's a good guy. She said, we loan money to people that we know we ain't going to get our money back.
Wow.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, we give money to companies we know we probably not going to get a dime of our money back. And here's a guy that we know that's done good work for us, and y'all won't loan him $100,000.
No, it was 35.
The 30,
it was
yeah.
35.
Oh, wow.
And y'all won't do
and
it.
And no lie, 5 minutes later, the dude calls me back and said, hey, Fabian, your loan's ready.
Oh, wow.
After 30 minutes ago rejecting us. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, your loan's ready. And I called Peggy. I said, what did you do? She said, I marched in there and just raised hell. Like, wow.
This is such good information.
And I'm sitting there like, why? And that's why I say,
So
do not
empowering.
fall in love with your bank. Fall in love with your banker.
Yeah, relationships.
It's
That's key.
all about
So key.
relationships.
Yeah.
Smoke family, it is all about relationships. If you think, because here's the thing. I don't know why most black people think that as soon as they start a business, the business have credit. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's 100% on you. It is 100% on you. There's no such thing as I got business credit. No, you don't. It's going off of you. And then here's the other thing that I have to tell Smoke family. Be careful who you give your damn hookups to, because not everybody is worthy.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
true.
ain't. They're not. They're not.
true.
I mean, I done seen so many people fuck
But
up.
you know what? To your point, when you watch America's Got Talent, I forget which one of them shows where they had that gold ticket.
Yeah.
Like they can get a ticket and you skip the line and go straight to the finals.
Yep.
That's the same. That's basically the same thing. Everybody's got a gold ticket. Like you may an event may be presented to you and it may not have all of the money, but you think that you can see that in the long term it's gonna take your business to another
absolutely.
level. Or the same thing with makeup. Like you may get a call. Listen, we bringing this stage play in, and we want to get the makeup. You may not get all the money that you want, but you planting that seed. And I know me and Fabian, we shot stuff for free for folks for a little money. Hey, buy us a couple beers and we'll come down there and bring our cameras. But it was strategic. It wasn't
absolutely.
it wasn't just doing it just for the sake of doing it.
Right.
It was we saw the bigger picture that it was going and that's what people saw in us.
Yeah.
They knew me, they knew my caliber of work. They know I ain't gonna eagles fly with eagles. Eagles, if you flying with buzzards, then you need to change up. And that's why whenever you get an opportunity to do a good job, always do a good job,
Absolutely.
because you never know who's watching you.
That's so
Right.
important.
And who's gonna then turn around and recommend you.
That's
and
yeah.
bless you.
And bless
Yeah.
you.
Bless
That's
you.
good.
Because I got to give a big shout out to Willie Gregory at Nike, because Willie, we started doing shit for Nike, small, until boom. Hey man, they love you in Beaverton. So whatever you doing, keep it going. And that's why you get the calls.
Yep.
Can you do a 2-minute video for $10,000?
Yeah.
Can you do this for $50 and stuff like that? Because people start recognizing excellence.
Absolutely.
And they recognize. I mean, I was walking around Nike by myself shooting video. Now, that's unheard of, because you can be selling shit left and right out of that place. And Willie like, man, you got carte blanche in this motherfucker. Man, wherever you want to go, just go and do what you need to do. And that's somebody having faith, knowing that you ain't gonna fuck up their brand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, that's our rant. That's our rant.
I mean,
Rand, I thought we was
amazing
giving
free.
flowers.
Tell
Where's
us
the flowers?
tell us how
on,
people
Bri.
can hook up with you on social media.
Yes, so I have Instagram. You guys can hook up with me at Bri Salusberry and Company on Instagram. My personal page is Briannica_Saulsberry. I also have a Facebook page. That is my name, Briannica Saulsberry, as well. If you are trying to inquire, you could also email me at Bri Salusberry at bsnco.co.
That's what I'm talking about.
What I'm talking about. Right there. We should have did the damn hand clap.
That's so silly.
Well, we want to thank you for so much for blessing, gracing us with your presence.
Absolutely, this has been so amazing. You guys made me feel so comfortable.
You asked me,
You
like,
did.
how hard is it going? I'm like, we just talked.
Yeah. Well, he called me after I said, look, we're gonna have to push the podcast back. I need to do some research. He called me. He's like, look, it's not that deep.
It's not.
We not, and I didn't figure that it was, but again, it was just a matter of just doing my own research and making sure that, that it aligned.
Listen to some shows. You knew some stuff about us.
And I wanted to be informed. Absolutely, I wanted to
Yeah.
be informed and making sure that I'm bringing something to the table as well.
Right.
And I must say, aside from you guys making me feel so comfortable, I have learned a lot. I have been empowered as an entrepreneur.
Foolishness.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a good time. We've smoked. We've drank, and I've learned some really, really powerful points as a businesswoman who has just started her business. You guys have empowered me. And so I would like to personally say thank you so much for inviting me to the podcast.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate everything that I've learned
Hey,
tonight.
you part of the Smoke family now. So that's what it
Next
is.
time it's gonna be totally different.
Hey, next time you can pour your own damn
Write your own cigar.
I appreciate that.
They wouldn't do that.
All right, y'all. Until we smoke again, we will holla.
Holla.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.